I'm Candice. This is Layla and Danielle, and together we have done a program proposal for something that should be very beneficial to a lot of students, primarily here at UWF, our undergrads. It is called Life Skills 101, where we intend to empower students with practical life skills for their long-term professional and personal success. So we have noticed and a lot of scholars have noticed a skills gap in undergraduate students in their transition to postgraduate life. So many students navigate their way through their undergraduate careers without a strong foundation of the adulting skills that are necessary for them to be able to thrive and transition in a healthy way to a manageable postgraduate life. This means that they may not know how to manage their time, or they may not understand how to enforce boundaries when it comes to a sleep schedule or an eating schedule or something like that. So there's just a lot of like real-time adulting things that a lot of people do feel a little bit underprepared for by the time they leave their undergraduate careers and degree completion. So we want to help bridge that skills gap so that our students are confident and alumni are confident to be able to move forward securely and not only academically but also professionally and personally. Um, I think we're good on this one.
So this program that we are proposing is designed for any student that feels like they could benefit from the services that we would offer in our workshops through this program. However, we are going to specifically target students that may not have had these services or opportunities to learn these skills before, and those that the university will believes that could benefit from these services. So the overview of this life skill program that we are proposing, it's going to be monthly workshops that are offered for students who may be able to benefit from certain skills and not others. So monthly workshops will allow them to attend workshops they can benefit from the most. The workshops will also be offered in person with a virtual component. So those students who are not able to make it to campus can also still benefit from the workshops and services that are being offered. Again, it is going to be open to all students that feel like they could benefit from the workshops. However, it is going to be targeted to those that the university feels could benefit most, at-risk populations, whether that would be first gen or non-traditional students and transfer students coming into UWF.
So as Layla stated, this the workshops will be on a monthly basis and they will be continuously throughout the year. The workshops will be planned well ahead in order for the students to be well prepared and then align their schedules up in order for them to make the life skills workshops. The workshops will include a plethora of different areas such as time management, healthy sleep schedules, budgeting or saving classes, building credit, meal prepping, filing taxes, cooking and investing. Time management class. Whenever we were interviewing the students, many of them, we did notice a pattern of them lacking time management skills. For instance, some don't have issues balancing their work life or their personal goals, not goals, but their 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 lives. And then healthy sleep schedules. As we all know, if your sleep isn't right, then it spirals down and then it causes a lot of issues such as decreasing your academics or your energy levels just not there for the entire day. Budgeting, many students don't understand how to budget for the entire month that they have. Budgeting, it could include budgeting for meals, budgeting for your bills, whatever. Budgeting classes, it will prepare them how to set their goals up to align with their finances to so they can survive throughout the entire month, year, whatever. Building credit. Building credit, I know a lot of young adults, they're confused on what exactly credit is. With building credit, well, the workshop it could focus on why it's important to start young, why credit is important, what credit could, what type of doors a good credit score could open for you, etc. Such as getting a vehicle with low APRs or a housing, whatever. For meal prep, the focus of meal prep workshops will be generally on health concerns, or just making your meals last throughout the weeks, or aligning your meals up for the month. That way they won't have to come out of pocket as much on fast food or eating out. Filing taxes. So I've had a lot of connection with students, and then many of them, whenever they first enter college, this is their first time filing taxes. They're unsure how to file them. They're unsure of who to go through in order to file them. So filing taxes will be a great benefit for the students. Cooking, though many students feel comfortable cooking, um, it'll be something fun to offer to the kids, or they can learn the different diverse of foods and meals that they're able to cook. And then investing workshops. Many students are or uninformed on how to invest or what to invest in. And then with that, we I would like to prioritize like starting young, what the benefits of starting young, and then also understanding so the students will understand the meaning of tomorrow's dollar is more expensive. It's worth more than today's dollar. So during the interviews, we sent out an interview to 19 students of a diverse backgrounds, ranging from student undergrads and graduate level students, and then students from um, through multiple age groups. It was a 10 question survey that allowed the students to share their feedback. Um, During the interviews, we understand that 37% of the students feel partially prepared to live independently. So this allows us to see that it's important for us. We have a long way to go in order for us to assist the students with living after they leave the campus and after they and other things outside of academics. 68% of the students say that they will attend the classes. Um, One thing that I did notice is though it may be 68%, the ones that states that they wouldn't attend this class or that the workshops wouldn't be benefits to them are students that doesn't necessarily fit in the traditional students. So they're older than the age of 25 and then they're in the grad levels. So based on the numbers, 95% of the students that are undergrads or um, under the age of 25, they stated that they would attend the workshops and that these workshops will be beneficial to them. Some of the top stressors included financial literacy, just students not understanding how to manage their money well, and then also family and work, um, such as work-life balance. They whenever they come home, they just don't feel as if they have enough time in order for them to complete their classwork. And then family, they have family issues back home.
So our program has a lot of benefits that we would like to see coming to fruition for the students and any person involved with this process, whether that be the students, undergraduate, graduate, non-traditional, all of the students, um, faculty and staff, and volunteers who are spending their time, as well as the guest speakers. Um, so some of the benefits of our program is that it is offered in a flexible format. So workshops are offered in person or virtually. Um, this can be accommodating for in case we do like a cooking workshop. Maybe there's not too much space available in the community kitchen, but we can record that meeting and share the recipe and everything, and also make a video to be able to have the instructor or speaker be able to record so that students that are working at that time or who do not have the capacity to drive, or if the class just fills up, can access that at a later time and date in a format and schedule that is flexible for them. This can specifically help our non-traditional students. Maybe a lot of them are working a full-time 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. job. And even if this is offered after hours, a lot of people have familial obligations, financial obligations. People aren't only working one job anymore nowadays to keep afloat. Student parents may have different work schedules depending on childcare. So the flexible format is something that we're really pushing for to make sure that we can be inclusive of all student needs, make sure we're accessible. So expert guidance. So these are going to be sessions featuring campus professionals and alumni. We will have external guest speakers, as stated before, previously, but expert guidance. So it's kind of like how we did a lot of guest speakers in our College Student Affairs Administration MED program, because you're taking people that know what they're doing and are directing other people to help provide these services for the students, or someone who has worked in direct capacity to be able to do that. Um, so that is going to be an example of the hands-on learning approach that we're taking to this by providing interactive activities, whether or not someone is able to attend in person, whether or not somebody is able to attend at that exact same time. These are actionable items that we can use to gauge their engagement with the workshop content area and activity. And mostly, this will contribute heavily, we're anticipating, to campus integration. So through the campus professionals and alumni that we aim to include in this programming, they will most likely be able to give direct referrals to institutional resources, further entrenching students in a sense of belonging, and to the campus and the resources and each other, and building community, which is really important for student success and integration, academics, socially, and professionally as well. And then next, logistically, we have it planned out that um, we have it planned out to use a low overhead cost. And so the staffing, this would run underneath the Dean of Students office. They will provide administrative oversight with student workers and volunteers facilitating event coordination. And for the infrastructure, we will use already existing resources for minimal overhead costs with productive outcomes that will be talked about in the next slide. But for the spending category and the annual projected costs, we have a list of what we anticipate all of these are going to cost annually. So we can take this and stretch it. We can also be flexible if needed, but this is the projected cost of this program, which is very low compared to what we aim to achieve with it, to the benefit of all the UWF community, especially the students that feel that they could use it. Yeah.
So the projected outcomes that we're hoping to have with this program is we want our students to feel like they can master financial literacy and reduce their stress. This also, as Candy's mentioned, is going to increase community engagement and a sense of belonging for the students because they are actively participating on campus activities. The students will also have a smooth transition post-graduation when they leave university. They will have a sense of knowing skills, having the skills of knowing what to do once they leave the university. And they will also be self-sufficient, which is the goal of supporting the whole student. This matters because not only are we supporting students, but we're also helping the university in their mission. So it does impact retention and engagement. It's also going to help students have a healthier work-life balance so they can fully focus on their academics when it's time to focus on their academics. And they'll also develop skills for post-graduation. And this also allows the university to support the holistic student development.
So the way that we will assess the program is begin doing pre and post program surveys for the students. So before we actually have any other workshops, we will send out via email a survey to get a feedback on how the students actually feel about the upcoming workshop. And then immediately after this, well, not immediately after, but after the workshop is completed, we will give the students a chance to engage and then give us feedback on how the workshop has assisted them, or if it didn't assist them at all. It also will allow the students to make to present more workshops that they would like for us to see in the future. Additional assessment will be the tracking attendance. So it'll be a spreadsheet for each workshop. So we can see the number of students who actually engaged in the workshop. This will be separated by the education level also, whether it's a freshman, sophomore, etc. That way we can get a glimpse of who's all coming and who's all engaging in the workshops. And then we will do session feedbacks forms and suggestion requests. That way, if students have something that they would like seen at the workshop, then we could fit that into our schedule if it's a good idea. And then also, we could work some of the feedbacks into the next session of the workshop, whether if it's more lecturing that they may like or more hands-on on whatever feedback. We'll get the both the benefits and the negative points of previous feedback, I mean previous workshops, and then we'll implement those for the next workshops. And then we have tracking resources utilization. Um, this will it'll be a group thing because we will have to work with different um departments, such as if we had a mental health workshop, then we would get with the health and wellness center to see if the workshop actually reflects in the amount of students that's actually engaging in those resources that we have around campus. Another example would be um, with financial literacy. So we understand that the workshop will mainly specifically target like marginalized students who come from non-rich backgrounds or low income backgrounds. So, for instance, if more students are coming, are visiting Trio and using the resources properly and understanding how to use their resources. So with that being said, the Life Skills 101 program, it is for all students. And then it shows that we as an institution are also engaging in the students and not only it's not a one-way street. Um, so with us actually engaging in our students, it also will increase their retention rate. They'll be more engaging in the campus, and it's a way for them to meet peers, to find a sense of belonging in the campus. It's a low cost efficient program, but the program does it does require a lot of assistance with the different multiple departments because we're engaging with the students. So whether that's a GA or uh, uh, a lead in a different department, we will need assistance with the workshops in order for these classes to actually be a thing. Um, we do have a very diverse campus, so we have different perspectives on all types of different workshops that could be implemented, and then actually assist our students thrive and become more success after life, after graduation. With that being said, that concludes the presentation. Thank you.
Thank you.